Benigno Simeon Aquino III, also called Noynoy, was born in the family of Benigno S. Aquino Jr. and Corazon Cojuangco as their only son among 5 children. He studied in Quezon City at the Ateneo de Manila University starting from primary education till college studies and earned a bachelor degree in economics in 1981. He is an ex-student of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo when the latter was a professor of economics at the university. He worked in several organizations including Philippine Business for Social Progress, Mondragon Industries Philippines, Incorporated, and Nike Philippines, Incorporated. He served the Central Azucarera de Tarlac in the position of an executive assistant and thereafter as field service manager till 1998. In 1998 he was elected a member of the House of Representatives from the 2nd District of Tarlac Province, a stint he continued for the next 2 terms also. He served the House as the Deputy Speaker. He chaired the board of Central Luzon Congressional Caucus. He became a senator and represented the genuine opposition. In September 2009 Aquino announced his candidacy in the 2010 presidential race. Though his opponents for the presidency included such seasoned politicians as Joseph Estrada, who had previously served as president of the Philippines, Aquino was considered the front-runner from the time that he entered the race. In the elections held on May 10, Aquino won the presidency by a wide margin.
Thank you for introducing President Aquino III. Now we will continue with our tour. During President Aquino's reign he promised us with these things: anti-corruption, employment, inclusive growth, improved education, advancement of public health which include responsible parenthood, impartial justice system, impartial execution of policies not based on private interests, improvement of rural economy, food and security, well-considered poverty programs, growth of big and small businesses, protection of OFWs, competent presidential appointees, motivated and well-supported civil servants, military and police, promotion of gender equality, long-term peace in Mindanao, alternative, inclusive urban development and safe communities, and lastly, sustainable use of natural resources for future generations.
And now let's begin to his achievements. Economy. According to reports, President Aquino has a solid economic record. The country is an emerging economy, stated by world economic experts due to the inflow of foreign direct investments (FDI). But critics said, this economic growth has failed to raise the living standards in the country. The K-12 program, according to Pinoy, enhancing the quality of basic education in the Philippines is urgent for our public school children in order to give them an even chance of succeeding. At the beginning of his administration, the Philippines was the only country in Asia with 10 years of basic education. Internationally, the 12-year basic education has also become a requirement for professionals. PP, public-private partnership, can be broadly defined as a contractual agreement between the government and a private firm targeted towards financing, designing, implementing and operating infrastructure facilities and services that were traditionally provided by the public sector. Examples are the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Expressway Project, the Cavite, Laguna Expressway and Dang Hari SLEX Road Project. Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program. The main purpose of this is to provide cash transfers to families living in extreme poverty in exchange for commitments in education and healthcare being given by the Department of Social Welfare and Development (DSWD) to less fortunate households. Parent beneficiaries are given P500 pesos plus 3 children recipients of P300 pesos each for education stipends. Employment versus unemployment. Secretary of Presidential Communications Office Mr. Sonny Coloma reported that the Aquino administration was able to increase employment rate from 92.7% in 2010 to 94.2% in January 2016. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate of 5.8% is the lowest that the country has posted in the last several decades, according to the palace official.
Aquino's controversies. Pork barrel scam or Priority Development Assistance Fund scam, is a political scandal involving the alleged misuse by several members of the Congress of the Philippines of their PDAF, popularly called pork barrel. The scam has provoked public outrage, with calls being made on the Internet for popular protest to demand the abolition of the PDAF and the order for Nepal's arrest, sparking serious discussion online. Super Typhoon Haiyan. In November 2013, Typhoon Yolanda, the strongest cyclone to ever hit land, cut a swath of devastation across the central Philippines and left 6,300 people dead. On the other hand, 28,626 were injured and 1,039 are still missing as of March 6, 2014. The disaster also wreaked havoc on Aquino's ratings after his government was heavily criticized, even by international news organizations, for its slow response to the calamity. Issues found such as food crisis, funds and donations, incompetency and non-professionalism. Laglag Bala controversy. The modus allegedly involves unscrupulous airport personnel surreptitiously planting bullets inside the handbags or luggage of airport passengers, and upon inspection and arrest will be extorted for money for their release and dropping of their case. It has been reported that this scheme has been going on for 3 years. To make matters worse, most of the victims are overseas Filipino workers. SAF 44. The Mamasapano clash. The Mamasapano clash came about because of an operation to arrest Malaysian terrorist bomb maker Zulfikar bin Hir, alias Marwan, and his Filipino associate, Abdul Basit Usman. Arresting officers from the SAF battled members of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front (MILF) and the Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters.